Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to chapter 2 of this course. Now, in this particular chapter, we're going to be focusing on really our main email service, which is going to give us the free business email that we spoke of. So, the program we're going to be using is called Zoho. Zoho is a kind of an all-encompassing suite of various pieces of software. However, specifically under the Zoho umbrella, we're going to be using Zoho Mail. Now, Zoho Mail offers 25 free users with one business email or one business account. On top of that, you can get an additional 25 referral-based emails on top of that. So an email account is quite literally just a single user. So we're talking about 50 users. So unless you have 50 people or more, I should say rather just 50 or more people who are going to be using your business email, you should be all set. For most small and medium-sized businesses, this should be plenty. All right? So let's get started. Now, as you can see here, we're back at the Namecheap dashboard, okay? Now, I said that I was going to be using the social group, not socialgroup.trade, but rather the acuitybio.solutions URL, as we can see here. This is going to be the one that we're going to connect. So, first step, okay, so the first step is to create a new tab. So, in the new tab, we are going to type in whatever, search engine you're using. We're going to type in Zoho Mail. That's Z-O-H-O Mail. And don't type in anything else but Zoho Mail. Hit search. Now the first thing that comes up reads like this: email hosting with a dash between it, hosted email for business. Okay, so now we're going to go in, and in the top right hand corner we're going to see a thing that says business email. Make sure that particular radio button is clicked that says business email, not personal email, business email. And we are going to click sign up now. Okay, and sign up now, you may be scared because you see prices, standard, pro, and enterprise. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and on the left-hand side, you'll see exactly what I said. A free plan of free 25 users, plus up to 25 referral bonus users, 5 gigabytes per user, 25 megabyte attachment limit, webmail access, and a single domain hosting. Now you might be wondering, Steve, what does a single domain hosting mean? Well, that essentially just means one domain, and you guys normally would only have one domain because you only have one company. So that's what we're going to want to be using. So what we're going to do is we're going to click Get Started, and in Get Started you're going to see a bunch of crazy stuff here. Okay, it says glad to have you on board. Let's get set up. Okay, so this is how we're going to get set up. Now it's going to offer you to either buy the domain, but we already have a domain because we just went through that entire process I just taught you. So now we're going to kind of just jump right into it without all that hodgepodge. So we're going to go back over to our domain dashboard in Namecheap, and we're going to pick the domain that we want, which is acuitybio.solutions. So I want to just copy that. I'm going to right click on my keypad, and I'm going to hit copy. And then I'm going to go back into Zoho, and then back into Zoho Mail Suite, and I'm going to, into the www, I'm going to Control V or right click and hit paste the URL or domain that you just recently purchased. If you have a couple spaces after the domain, it's really not a big deal. Just make sure it reads www. Your business name or whatever name you chose, your essential domain name, which is .solutions, .com, .net, .org, whatever it may be. Just make sure it reads that. Next, you're going to put in your information. So my name is Stephen McKinney. And in my administrator account, so the administrator account is going to be the account that controls all the other users' accounts underneath that account. So the way that you're going to be able to do this is kind of want to create something that's universal of what you're comfortable with. Sometimes I like to put my first name, so Stephen, so it's Stephen at acuitybio.solutions, or I like to put something more kind of general that kind of defines just, how the business operates, like info at acuitybio.solutions or admin at acuitybio.solutions. This is totally up to you. For this particular example, I'm just going to use, I think I'm going to use my first name actually. So now what you're going to want to do is you want to put in your mobile phone. And you'll be like, why do they need my mobile phone? Well, this is just to verify your identity. So next we're going to create my password. So my password is going to be Udemy with a capital U-D-E-M-Y 123. I'm going to click sign up. So now that I have my verification code plugged in, what should happen is when I click verify my mobile number, it will give me access to essentially the Zoho Mail Suite. Now this is where stuff gets complicated, and I really implore you guys to focus and just kind of follow along with me very slowly. Okay, so now select your domain DNS manager, okay, from the list. So we're going to look here. So we're going to hit others because we don't have essentially any a domain provider in that list that's ours. Ours is Namecheap, and we are going to be going through others instead. So now we're going to be going through this real quick. So this is giving us the name, host, alias, CNAME, value points to destination. Just disregard these. Essentially all it means is you're looking for the host and you're looking for the destination. So what's the name of this and where is it going? Okay? And you're going to go down to hosts, alias, CNAME. You can hit Control C for control copy. And then you can go back over into the Namecheap dashboard, and then you can go to acute minus qtbio.solutions. I click manage. Okay? And now that was a host name and a CNAME. I'm first going to want to go into advanced DNS. Okay? Now we should see in advanced DNS is all this crazy stuff here, right? So you have all the host records, and you probably don't even know what that is, and we're going to explain to you what it is, because it's all kind of confusing, and I don't doubt it's confusing for people who've never seen or done this before. So in case something is not right and something's kind of just gone a whack or amok, you can just go back to domain list and go back into manage, and then under domain, make sure that the Namecheap basic DNS is selected out of the list. Anything else is just all hodgepodge. It's not going to work out well. So you're going to want to go again back to advanced DNS. And here, you're going to want to put in the information that I just told you. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add new record. Now what record are you adding? You are adding a CNAME record. Okay? Now under host, right? We just had something. So what we want to add, if we look back at Zoho, is the host, or name, host, alias, CNAME, is this, ZB151455150. It should be already copied from what we just talked about before. And if you hit Control V, or if you hit right-click paste, that will show up. And then I want to swing on back to Zoho and go over to value, or value points to destination. You want to do the same thing. Copy, either right click and copy or Control C, go back over, and then under value, as you can see, you can right click and verify Zoho. Now all this other stuff you actually don't need, so you're going to first want to save all this. The way you save it is just by clicking this green Save Changes check mark, right? And you're going to want to delete kind of everything else. It's really just not important to what you're doing. You're only focusing on the mail side of this particular scenario, not the domain side in terms of actually connecting a domain to a website. So now what you're going to want to do, now that that's all saved, now all the data is coming from Namecheap saying, hey, I own this domain right here, and it's pinging back to Zoho. You can go back to Zoho, and you can click Proceed to CNAME Verification. And as you can see, it says, great! The CNAME records of the domain at qtbio.solutions are perfect. And then you say verify now, and now it's going to verify it's yours, and you're good.